Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Wednesday, May 19th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. How do you like our new website design? Pretty slick, huh? You can go up on top, hit the tabs, and look at some of the old stuff, look at some of the new stuff, whatever it is you want. We have new features coming all the time. We're going to be starting some new stuff next week, as a matter of fact. The big story today, Mick Jagger on with Larry King on CNN last night, and neither one of them passed away. All right, we have a new study out today that says that BP, British Petroleum, had more safety violations than any other oil company in the world. BP officials immediately came in and lowered a giant box right in over the study. All right, Vivid Entertainment, you may be familiar with them. They are responsible for a large percentage of the porn you lie about not seeing. Well, they say they're coming out with a new series of superhero adult-based videos. All right, now this is what I'm here for because they haven't released any of the titles. But how about Hercules? Maybe G.I. Blow? How about the Daredevil inside Miss Jones? Like I said, this is what I'm here for. All right, this is one of those stories that's going to set people's hair on fire. A Muslim group plans to open a mosque right next to Ground Zero on September 11th of next year. In other news, the Germans are putting a beer garden next to Auschwitz, and the Japanese are opening a restaurant next to Pearl Harbor. Nice going, everybody. All right, we have a Republican congressman from Indiana whose cornerstone of his entire campaign was the whole family values and abstinence education stuff, and he had to resign yesterday after admitting to having an affair with a female aide. Unbelievable! Unbelievable that it was a female aide. All right, new study out today that the wealth gap between blacks and whites in this country has quadrupled since 1984. Brandeis University did the study. The gap used to be about 20,000 between blacks and whites. Now it's about 95 grand. Officials said it is still, however, very appropriate and justified in the case of Channel 4's Julie and Grace. All right, John Travolta, 56, Kelly Preston, 47. They're going to have a baby, a little Scientologist baby. All right, American Idol, Chris Daughtry and his wife are having twins. They're using a surrogate. I wondered why Ruben Studdard was so big the last time I saw. By the way, American Idol is pissing me off. They're trying to manufacture all this controversy and all this phony drama, saying that Lee DeWise has a chance to win the whole thing. Let me tell you, I told you 4 months ago, 2 months ago. Well, let's say 4 months. I told you 2 months ago that Mama Socks is going to win. Mama Socks, you're the winner of American Idol. Don't be telling me anything else. All right, speaking of TV, we have the ABC fall schedule, and a couple of shows caught my eye. One that looks like it's going to be a flop. Michael Chiklis and his family are on an airplane, and the plane crashes, but they all survive. And somehow they end up with superhuman powers. Ain't going to happen, Mike. The one that I sort of like the idea of is Matthew Perry from Friends. He's going to play the manager of a sports arena who's having a midlife crisis. The series called Mr. Sunshine. That, to me, sounds like it has a chance. In the meantime, CBS has canceled the new Adventures of Old Christine with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, The Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer Love, Huge Boobs, and also Cold Case. All right, so for the last 9 years, this guy by the name of Chris Pash has been developing a global database that collects the output of about 25,000 major newspapers, magazines, news wires, and other written sources. He wanted to find out the terms that are being grossly overused by print media, and they are, at number 7, concerned residents. Number 6, last-ditch effort. Number 5, outpouring of support. Number 4 is unsung heroes. Number 3, about face. Number 2, split second. And number 1, at the end of the day. The one that I really hate that they use in TV is watery grave. Some poor slob drives off a bridge and he ended up in a watery grave. Ew. And Channel 4, of course, you know, the attack of the TV media consultants. That's why you're always hearing them say, we wanted to know, and also we did a little extra digging. Yeah, they did a little extra digging. That's where they're doing their extra digging. All right, what else we got here? Criminals. This is not a happy or a fun story, but I just found it very, very interesting. You've probably seen these stories about these health clubs. You know, people go into work out and they come back out and their car's cleaned out. And they're like, what the hell happened? Well, it turns out that a lot of them put their stuff in a locker and they don't lock it. See, it's called a locker. You're supposed to lock it. So these people have been coming in and grabbing the car keys and then going back out into the parking lot, beep, boop, and they just clean out the car. Everything, laptops, jewelry, anything they can find. So now there's a story that in the Central West End they have these house tours. Our house is so beautiful, we want everybody to see it. So the people go, take off for a Sunday afternoon, and other people who wished they lived in these really pretty houses in the Central West End come in and look at a house. Well, it turns out the same people were going in the house and cleaning the houses out at the house tours. And also then they have an open house or a house that's for sale in University City. Same people coming in saying, well, we're going to look at the upstairs bedroom. And of course they stick a laptop in a purse and they take off with it, jewelry, all sorts of stuff. Well, get this. It turns out they think all of this is the work of a 22-year-old rich little girl from Ladue, graduate of St. Joe's Academy, and she and her sister, I guess, were driving on Highway 44 on Friday and hit the median, and they're in critical condition. You talk about a couple of kids who just were as out of control as they come. Apparently, Chesterfield and Morrison Woods had multiple felony charges on at least the one 22-year-old girl from Ladue. Unbelievable. We had a woman in our sales department not too long ago who was boinking one of the guys from one of the other radio stations. She was always very overdressed and just sort of weird all the time. You're like, what are you dressed up to be? I don't get it. It's just weird, one of those weird people. So she gets bounced one day, and we don't see her for a while. And one Sunday night, she's standing out in front of the building, and apparently like one of the guys who's just in on the weekends didn't know that she had been let go. And she says, oh, I forgot my fob, I forgot my key, can you just let me in? Oh yeah, sure, come on in. And Monday morning, all the laptops in the whole radio station are missing. But the best part of the story is that for 5 years, she was cohabitating with, remember this creep, this just floating turd, this piece of sewage from the Riverfront Times by the name of Richard Byrne? This guy for 10 years wrote snotty, creepy, awful, ugly, untrue stuff about me. That was his girlfriend. Now, if you want to know why I don't talk to Ray Hartman, there's your reason right there, because I know for a fact, because I had a mole way deep inside at the RFT who told me that Ray signed off on this and basically let him just run wild on my sorry ass. So nice job, everybody. One final story today, and that is that Kim Kardashian, poor Kim Kardashian, it turns out that in a recent interview she says she remembers crying in the tub when she was only 10 years old because she started to get these massive boobs. Now, actually, the same thing happened to Cornbread, but he was 38 at the time. All right, JC's Video Village today. We have an old Channel 5 news report from the 1980s. Deanne and Dick are there and everything. It's a great story. And also on JC's Wayback Machine, Whitey Herzog selling replacement windows back in 1988. JC's Eye Candy today. There's this guy in bib overalls who thinks that he has the solution to the Gulf oil spill, and he's not completely crazy, by the way. So watch that and let me know what you think. All right, tomorrow, Alice Cooper, tasers at your local Wendy's, and we start hating the Sex and the City sequel movie, which is coming out. In the meantime, that's JC's Daily Dose for Wednesday, May 19th, 2010, a cooperative venture of Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.